So here we're going to learn how to attach the cage inserter to the cage. So going step by step, you're going to trial first to determine your height, and then that's going to determine which of these multicolored sleeves that you're going to put onto the inserter. So, I know the sample that I have, it's the 2-degree lordotic 6mm height. So we'll just go ahead and grab that trial. And all the trials are engraved so you can see what footprint, you can see the height, and you can see the lordotic angle. So I'm going to grab the 6mm height, medium footprint, 2-degree. And initially you're only going to have the medium footprint, so there really is no choice in terms of footprint. So I'm going to go ahead and do C6-7 one-handed here because I'm holding the phone, but you see sort of smooth trial until you feel like some good resistance. You can see the stop, and you just flip it over, and then kind of clean out. I'm holding the phone and doing this at the same time doesn't work too good, but you kind of clean out the space. We did kind of a crude discectomy with a pair of scissors, so this will have to do. So we know we like that height, we feel good about it, so we're going to grab the green sleeve. So first things first, you grab one of 2 inserters, and we're going to do this with the speed sleeve technique. I'll also show you the non-speed sleeve, which is this one here. So you can see you got 2 different choices. This is the main inserter, then this is your speed sleeve because it has the drill guides built into it, and then this is just the standard inserter. You can see it's much narrower. Both of these have a little indentation at the top in case you've got guide pins into the vertebral body, so they should be able to clear the guide pins. Kind of hard to see that. And the way that these work is if you look on the inserter here, it's got a threaded nut, and it's got this little protrusion here, and the end of it is a bit of a hook. So the first thing you do, since we're going to do the speed sleeve technique, is we're going to slide. See if I can do this where you can see. Slide that inserter down, that sleeve down. You see it lines up with the little slot, right? And then you just thread this forward, and now it's ready to go. And you see the hook is still protruding, right? So, next thing that you got to do is grab your cage. So you know which implant you're going to use, right? So now it's just getting the inserter onto the cage. So you see the hook, you see the speed sleeve, you see the cage. The way that the hook is oriented is in the opposite direction of your center screw hole. You can see the outboard screws are facing up right now, center screws facing down, so the easy rule of thumb is to go with the hook opposite the center screw hole. So it just goes in and kind of tips down and then pulls back. I'm going to show you that again from sort of a side view. You approach it like that through the center screw and then pull back, and then with backward pressure you're holding the speed sleeve in place. You just rotate this nut, and as you do that it advances the sleeve until it's tight. So I'll release the nut so you can see that again. You pull back on the sleeve. You can see the sleeve is back, so when you advance so when the hook's in place, you turn that little nut, it just advances the sleeve and tightens up onto the cage. And now you can see that you have a drill guide now for your outboard screws. So when this is designed to be able to insert the cage, and then before you ever remove the inserter, you can punch all and then drive your screws through the outboard holes. That way your cage is fixed and it won't skate on you while you're taking off the inserter. And then you can just freehand the center hole and you're ready to go.